Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. You're doing this video very early in the morning, but you'll receive it later in the day. The sudden attack strategy by Sylvanus Osoro-Farouk, Kibet, and Kimani Ichun'gwa directed to Uhuru Kenyatta are just but last kicks of a dying horse and signs of deep panic over the 2027 elections. Two factors remain constant on Uhuru Kenyatta is that Uhuru is not William Ruto's competitor in 2027, but his influence remains high. It's a big worry for the sitting administration. In this podcast, allow me to delve deep and demonstrate to you the behind-the-scene fears and the political irony around the attacks on Uhuru Kenyatta. It's very ironical, and that is why I started by saying Uhuru is not Ruto's competitor in the next election. But seemingly, Uhuru's men, William Ruto's men, seem to be treating Uhuru as Ruto's competitor. And I'm going to demonstrate to you the political intrigues behind this panic strategy. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. And thank you very much for supporting this podcast. We do this each and every day because of your support, and really, subscription is absolutely free. When you subscribe to our channel, you'll be getting notifications. And so there is nothing going to be deducted from your account because you subscribe to a channel. And to make you see the political irony in the attacks, on Saturday, Ichun'gwa, Farouk, Kibet, and Osoro were in West Pokot for a fundraiser. And in that fundraiser, Uhuru Kenyatta was their topic. We are going to listen to that, but to help you understand, and of course, I think without much ado, first I would want us to listen to the fellows on how they were attacking the former President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Tunauliza rais ambaye amestaafu hawe na heshima na Wakenya. Huwezi kuwa rais ambaye umestaafu unaenda kufanya uchochezi. Sisi pia tunasema shetani afanye namna gani? Yes, nafasi ipatiwe rais wa nchi hii aendeshe Kenya jinsi yeye aliendesha Kenya. Hata ingawacha hatukufurahia uongozi wake, tulivumilia kwa hiyo miaka 10. Lakini yeye hataki hiyo uvumilivu, hataki amani kwa Kenya. Asubuhi uchochezi, saa 10 anaamusha upande hii. Sisi hapa Pokot tunamwambia shetani afanye namna gani? Yes, kwa sababu serikali ambayo inatawaliwa na uchochezi, wa Kenya pikana pande hii, hapana muamushe pande hii. Na wewe unastahafu, na wewe unakula mshahara ya Wakenya.
Na wewe si wa kwanza kuretire. Mzee Moi aliretire baada ya miaka 24, aliretire. Mzee Kibaki baada ya miaka 10 alifanya nini? Aliretire. Wewe mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, retire bwana. Hii kiti ilienda. Hii haiko, si yako. Sasa hiyo kiti iko na mtu mwingine, wenda. Hauko. Hata ufanye nini bwana? Ilienda. Najua ni uchungu, ilienda kwa mtu upendi, lakini ilienda bwana.
Na ni jambo la aibu ya kuwa wafaidi wa hii mipango ya uchochezi wa siasa za kikabila ni watu ambao wamekuwa viongozi wa kitaifa. Na wewe unajua, wakati umekuwa kiongozi wa kitaifa, ulikuwa na nafasi yako ya kufanya mabadiliko ambayo ungetaka kuyaona kwa Wakenya wote. Lakini ulitumia nafasi yako ukiwa kiongozi kujinufaisha wewe, familia yako, na kujitajirisha bila kujali maisha ya Wakenya. Ndio unajifanya sasa wewe umekuwa mwerevu sana, umekuwa mjuaji, wewe ndio wa kuelekeza vijana, kuchochea vijana, piganeni, mpiganie sisi haki yetu, wakati ulikuwa naua vijana. Haukujua hao vijana wako na haki. wakati ulikuwa na nafasi ya kubadili maisha hao vijana, hukutumia ile nafasi kubadili maisha yao, uliitumia kujitajirisha we mwenyewe. Ni kweli kama iko mtu ametukanwa wa Kenya hii ni William Ruto. Kweli si kweli? Namba 2 nafikiria ni mimi. Mimi za ingine naitangwa sijui Kimani nini, za ingine naitwa bibi ya Ruto, na mimi umeona ni mwanaume. Lakini naambia munitukane, muniite nini ama nini, bora tufanye ile kazi tuliahidi wananchi wa Kenya ya maendeleo, ili maisha ya mwananchi wa kawaida ibadilike. Matusi haitasitisha maendeleo. Matusi haitasitisha ile mipango ya maendeleo ambayo tulikuja wakauawa kwa unyama. Mili yao ikatupwa kwa River Yala. Mili ya watu wa hapa West Pokot, Marakwet, Samburu ilikuwa inatolewa kwa River Yala kama samaki, na ni mili ya binadamu. Wale waliotekeleza yale mauaji leo hii ati ndio makasisi wa kuambia wengine vile mambo inafaa kuendeshwa.
So you would wonder why that is there. And let me demonstrate for you the political irony. I would want you to listen to these two politicians. And of course, actually there are 3, but I'm just going to play the soundbite of 2. I want to listen to Orengo, listen to Wanga, and I'm also going to share for you something for Raila, so that you understand between Wanga, Orengo, and Raila, and what Uhuru Kenyatta is saying, because Uhuru Kenyatta is simply saying the country should come out and fight for their rights. The young people should come out and fight for their rights. Between the 3 that I've mentioned and Uhuru, who should actually be attacked? And let's go first with Orengo. Orengo has been consistently talking about the Gen Z population. And I've said, I don't fear going to jail. This is not a country worth celebrating. He's spoken about the next general election rigging, since the IBC is coming to be formed. He's spoken about the fact that we've had rigged elections year in, year out. And in a very clear and consistently, the last time Orengo made this statement was during a funeral service in Bondo. And the state sent Ramogi professional dancers to descend Orengo and run a fake narrative of Orengo-Raila fallout. And that it took Raila Odinga to sing into action very fast and supported Orengo. And I think the state did not find it, they were not comfortable that Orengo is attacking William Ruto and Raila Odinga is not descending on him.
Devolution is under threat, and until we are prepared to fight for the constitution and not for the little things we are given, unless we are prepared to fight for what is in the constitution for us as a matter of right, Kenya is going to lose direction. We must fight, and the constitution is under trial. Under trial. If we are not careful, even this election that is coming, it is not going to be free and fair. I am looking at it critically. Even with this IBC, I can see the membership that is going to come out of this process. I am sure that unless they are constitutionally anchored and allowed the space, Kenya is not going to have free and fair elections. It is not going to have free and fair elections. We are living in a country where the most popular man in the country for the last 20 years, Raila Amolo Odinga, cannot win an election because it's being stolen all the time. And we are forced to now enter into deals and transactions that do not make sense. So the struggle is going to be more difficult. I am prepared to go back to jail. I'm prepared to go back on the streets. But I'm not going to have a country where the most popular presidential candidate we ever seen, Raila Amolo Odinga, every time after every election, the elections are stolen. And you're going to a Supreme Court also that is compromised. This is not a country to be proud about. This is a country where now the young people, the Gen Zs, you have to come out and we are prepared to join you. Yeah.
And he's been consistently about that. Why haven't we seen one Kenya Kwanza politician attacking James Orengo? Yes. Why haven't we seen? Because he's also making very serious allegations and very serious statements, very heavy statements on the Ruto administration. Now, let's go to Wanga. Gladys Wanga, in a tearful speech, of course, consumed with emotions, said that, and that was yesterday, that the MOU between Raila Odinga and UDA leadership was not a license for political assassination. And so, UDA should pack and go in Homa Bay. They went there with a message that they are not going to open their doors for UDA. If you analyze Wanga's message clearly, the ODM is pointing a finger at the administration for the assassination of none other than assassination of Odour.
Number two, who killed Were and why and for what? That we want to know. And not in a far future, in the near future. And I can tell you, we have said we are working together, but we did not sign up to assassination of our members. We did not sign up to assassination of our members. That we did not sign up to. So if somebody else killed Were, tell us who. Tell us. As the national chairman of the ODM party, I also want to make it very clear that this Homa Bay County and this entire region is an ODM zone. It is an ODM zone. And the next time I see what I saw at the funeral of Koyo, where my party leader is seated and some people have come there shouting, UDA, we will not agree, we will not accept, it will not happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. Not under my watch as national chairman of the ODM party.
And that was a very spirited, and if I want to tell you it was coordinated, it was a very coordinated statement. You must also, in the same breath, listen to Sifuna.
Wacha niongee kama katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM. Tumepigwa na butwaa sana sisi wana ODM kwa habari ambazo zimempata ndugu yetu wa Kasipulu, Mheshimiwa Omondo Were. Nairobi and the entire country has become so unsafe ya kwamba mbunge anaweza kupigwa risasi kwa barabara tu. Ngong Road sio mahali ati kuna kichaka, hapana. Ni mahali peupe, kuna security cameras, kila kitu kiko pale. Inawezekanaje mtu apige mtu risasi pale, arudi apande boda na aende? Hakuna mtu anasemekana amemuona jamii. Na sisi kama wabunge tunajua kwanza tumeharibu uhusiano wetu na wananchi. Wananchi hawatupendi, hiyo ndio kweli. Mheshimiwa Makati, pandwano wakakupe hapo sababu zima.
These people are saying that the administration knows who killed Odour. Oh, come on. Such a huge allegation against the state. Why aren't they responding? Why aren't they responding? Raila has gone to the breadth of ridiculing even affordable housing and has told the president there is no need of that money sitting in the national government. That money should be taken to counties. William Ruto while in Narok was saying that road maintenance levy should be left to the national government so that they can construct roads. Raila was in Thika, Kiambu County, and told the president that that money needs to go to counties, that Kura and the Kera needs to be disbanded. Come on. Why is it that the broad-based siblings are tearing the house apart? They are running riot and reading exit clause. Exit clause. But no one is talking about it. But just a 1-minute statement from Uhuru Kenyatta when Uhuru Kenyatta was attending the wedding ceremony of Gideon Moi's daughter is causing everyone to attack.
You know, I tell people, I had a biological father who was a politician who put political genes in my system. And they are still there, but now they're kind of lying low. But I also had a political father. And you know, he wasn't scared of young people like some people around here today. They hear young people talk, they panic. He didn't panic. And then, you know, at great cost to himself, he went and he found me there. Oh, when big men there were looking for things, he picked the youngest. You guys have a future. Don't be cowed. Don't be put under. Start now. Who knows what God has in store for you? And we are there to help, to support, to guide you. I wish you every success. I wish you blessings. I wish you children. I wish you prosperity. I wish you happiness. I wish you friends. And I wish you leadership. That it may come and be through the grace of God. May God bless you both and give you a long and happy life together.
Him on that. And that is why I wanted to demonstrate to you, explain to me. Do you really think that it is in order? Do you really think that it is in order for the team that they're genuinely attacking Uhuru Kenyatta because of the young people? And another question that I might want you to pause a minute and you can put up your mind in the comment section. Whenever the president hears young people being called to take up the rightful space and fight for their rights, why do people, why do William Ruto panic? Why? Because aren't they the ones that are saying that young people are the leaders of tomorrow? And we've been saying, so the young people are needed when people are looking for votes. But when they're told to come out and fight for what belongs to them, then that is an incitement. Come on. And I want to tell you something going on. And this is what, according to me, the Ruto political defense squad are not genuine, but they have a sinister narrative against Uhuru Kenyatta. And this is why there is a problem. They have a problem with what Uhuru Kenyatta is saying. Whenever Uhuru Kenyatta speaks one thing, everyone is scared. From my observation, Uhuru Kenyatta is actually the voice of the youth to come and fight for their rights, is galvanizing the Gen Z voice. And that is one thing that the president would not want, for obvious reasons. The people that killed Gen Zs, the police that killed Gen Zs, no one has been arraigned in the court of law. The Gen Zs who are killed, the president dismissed those outcries and kept on saying, to date they're still saying, those were criminal elements. While the BBC expose was showing how the police were actually shooting in the crowd. I don't know how we shoot in the crowd and target, I don't know. We don't seem to get it. And they got to parliament in their numbers. So that has been the problem. And that is why I agree with, I genuinely agree with Gathoni Mushomba There is a video clip of Gathoni Wamshomba saying that the Gen Z population are fighting each other. And let me tell you, the fight is engineered by the state. The fight is engineered by the state. Kasmuel, ODM, Morara Kebaso, and listen to Wamshomba.
Gen Zs are just fighting amongst themselves, and that really depresses me. I see the way they fight amongst themselves. They actually don't know where they are going. And you know what I keep telling, and I have a Gen Z in my house, I keep telling them, you can't be fighting each other because so-and-so said she wants to become an MP, so you start bashing her. You can't be fighting so-and-so because he's joined a certain political party and start bashing him. Oh, he has betrayed us. Where did you want him to go? Because you said you are leaderless.
Fair question. You
said you are not political. You just want transparency and accountability. Are you going to get transparency and accountability from the air? No. You have to peg yourself somewhere. Hata buzi ikikula nyasi lazima ifungwe kwa kamuti. You have to peg yourself somewhere for you to be able to press for what you want. So it cannot be that these girls and boys are just typing on social media, but they don't mobilize themselves into a political party. They don't want any one of them to join a political party. They don't want anybody to declare that they want to become senators, governors, women rep, MPs, or whoever. Mmoja akitoka hivi Morara anagongwa. Kale kangine kanaitwa sijui Makuore, that one kanagongwa. Kale kangine kanaitwa Wajira kanagongwa. So what do you want to become? How do you want to achieve when you have no...
It's something from Wamshomba. You will actually agree with me that this character, there is another character around here. What is his name? I always forget his name because he's one of the person I really underrate. Morara Kebaso. I think it's a disgrace to... Should not even come near to be called a Gen Z leader. Not. The character has turned out to be a Ruto sympathizer, and indirectly, you know, he was dispatched in that opposition coalition for a meeting. Then after 1 week he left, then saying, I don't know what tribal, as if him supporting William Ruto is not supporting William, as if William Ruto is not running that tribal ethnic card. So the division is being created. And that is what Uhuru Kenyatta, when Uhuru Kenyatta speaks, there is a problem. Now, the other aspect I'm seeing, William Ruto's handlers are suspecting that Uhuru Kenyatta is behind Orengo Raila camp breaking out. It is reported, and this has been in the corridor, in the whispers for long, that the day Raila was in KICC to sign that bread deal, that bread-based deal, or that to take their bread from government, Orengo was calling Raila Odinga until Raila Odinga's handlers had to take the phone and they made sure that Raila did not receive that phone. So could the state tracing, because Orengo is also talking about, I'm willing to go to jail for the Gen Z. Could it be that the state is fearing that Uhuru Kenyatta has infiltrated Raila Odinga's circle? And to me, if that is the case, then it should rather be that way. Because if the clique of people like Junet, I saw even Opondo Kaluma crying, shedding some tears in Sepol. If that is the situation, then Raila needs to surround himself with the Uhurus rather than the Junets. The Junets and Opondo Kalumas are just hiding around there. But in real time, they will start asking him to go and vie. Raila needs to play another card, another league. Uhuru. In fact, Uhuru, Matiang'i, Uhuru, Gideon, Kalonzo, that is where he should be. Then from there, they can get one candidate. The other issue is this. Matiang'i candidature is causing more fever. And William Ruto handlers feel that Uhuru is fully behind Matiang'i. So the sudden attacks around Uhuru is just to suppress, probably is to intimidate him and suppress him from politically backing Matiang'i. And that is why one of the persons that have been recruited in that attack is Osoro. Osoro is coming from Kisii. I saw him, he made a post about it. And lastly, William Ruto and the team believe that in that event Uhuru Kenyatta was talking, they were with Kalonzo, and I did that analysis here. So the state team believe the person blocking them from snatching Kalonzo from that opposition coalition is Uhuru Kenyatta. So it is also venting frustration. It is not, they feel that were it not that Uhuru Kenyatta is hanging around Kalonzo, Kalonzo would have been in Kenya Kwanza as we speak now. Yes. In fact, that impeachment of Wetangula that was being mooted, it was, if ODM would have fell for that trap to impeach Wetangula, they would be shocked that Kalonzo would have been floated for that position. And that is why someone is now targeting the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. Too late. And I feel it is not the right move. Thank you.